I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. In this video, we're going to see if the BOSS GT1000 can hold up in a recording situation. Now, the way that I normally record guitars in the studio is through like all my valve amps, either with mic'd up cabinets or with the valve amps going into load boxes, things like the BOSS Tube Amp Expander, the Universal Audio Aux box, or the Two Notes Torpedo Studio. Now, ever since I've got the GT1000, I find it really inspiring, and it's such a nice portable unit. It's such a small unit that it's normally the first thing I plug into when I come into the studio. And I've been really impressed with the sounds that this little thing produces. So I want to see, should I be recording with valve amps or should I be recording with the GT1000? And in today's video, we're going to find that out. Now, the first guitar part that I'm going to record is using this Telecaster. Now, this Telecaster really tends to cut right through the mix. It's got a really nice sort of high-mid frequency that just pokes through. Now, the patch that I'm using on the GT1000 is called the Ultimate Patch. Now, I put that up for download. There'll be a link around here as well, but it's on a different video, and if it's not around here, it'll be in the notes below. But anyway, the part goes like this. I'm adding some extra effects inside my DAW, which is Studio One. I'm adding some delay from Echo Boy, which is a Sound Toys plugin, and I'm also adding some extra reverb from Valhalla Shimmer. Now, I could be using the delay and the reverb inside the GT1000, but the reason that I'm not, and the reason that I'm adding it afterwards, is because if I want to adjust the effects later on, the reverb and the delay later on, and I bake it in with the GT1000, I'm not going to be able to adjust anything. Now, by adding the effects afterwards means that you can adjust the reverb. So if there's too much reverb, you can bring it back. If there's not enough, you can bring it up a little bit. Anyway, let's record the part. The second guitar part that I'm going to record is using this Alt-T. Now, the reason why I'm using this, it's got a slightly smoother sound than the pink Telly that I was using. And what I've done with the GT1000, I put a boost pedal in front of the GT1000. Now, instead of boosting the signal, what I'm doing with the boost pedal is actually cutting the signal. So without the boost pedal, it sounds like this. And with the boost pedal, it sounds like this. So it's just taken the edge off of the sound in the GT1000. Now, the sound that I'm using is basically the same patch as I used for the last guitar part, but I've changed the speaker type. Now, this is the best thing you can do when recording multiple guitar parts to create some separation between all the different guitar parts. It's a really good idea to either change the sound that you're using or to change the speaker. Now, when you change the speaker, it creates a sort of sonic landscape that really helps to separate. So the guitar part is a really simple part. We're just playing like a Coldplay, you know, 8th note, that sort of thing. So let's record the guitar part and see how that goes. And put us back in chains. The next patch I'm going to record, I'm going to use a Strat for it. Now what I've done with the GT1000 is I've copied over that ultimate patch and I've changed a few things. Now one of the great things about the GT1000 is that you can load up IRs. So the original patch sounds like this. And the IR sounds like this. So it's a subtle difference, but that little difference in the recording will actually make a massive difference, as again, it's going to separate all of those guitar parts. Now this particular guitar part is going to be focusing on the different intervals inside the chords that I'm playing. Because I'm playing quite simple chords, if I just continue to play, you know, just the straight chords, the actual power chords, you wouldn't get the big wide guitar sound. So what I'm doing here is to accent the thirds and the fifths of the actual chords, just so it creates this sort of big sort of pad effect. With this guitar part also, I'm creating separation by panning it over quite hard over to one side. So let's record the part. For me, I absolutely love the way it sounded and the versatility, especially since I've got the BOSS ES8 and I've linked up my favourite pedals so I can incorporate all of those pedals into the BOSS GT1000. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did get something out of this video, and click on the bell button and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats. I'm Paul and I'll see you next time. Cheers.